right, so ready? We're gonna go swab you. Sound good? We gotta go outside, okay? Come with me.
This clinical trial is the first of its kind in Lummi Nation,
All right.
a Native American tribe on Washington's northernmost coast.
Okay, we're gonna go back in, and then we're gonna have your labs drawn, your blood.
Nick Lewis is one of the first volunteers for the test vaccine from pharmaceutical company Novavax. It hasn't been approved yet for widespread use.
We do not know if the vaccine will prevent you from getting sick from COVID-19. That's why it's the trial.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm excited. It's just been a long road, long year for all of us. We're just grateful that this is an opportunity for our people.
Native Americans are among the least represented in vaccine research. This is one of only a handful of COVID-19 vaccine trials on Native land.
And you are done. You made history today.
Leading the charge is the tribe's first Native doctor, Dakota Lane.
For new medications or new vaccines or new drugs, when we do the research on them, over 90 to 95% of the participants are white. Because most of the participants are white, then the drug or treatment will most likely benefit them the most.
How many people need to participate, though, to make sure that it's inclusive of Native peoples?
We're hoping to get at least 200.
How many do you expect to get?
50 to 100? I honestly don't know. The first response when you hear that they're offering an experimental drug to tribes, or to a tribe, is that we're being guinea pigs, no doubt. And it's a reasonable concern given the history.
The General Accounting Office, Congress's investigating arm, just last month completed a report on sterilization among Indians.
In the 1960s and 70s, the federally run Indian Health Service made headlines for performing forced sterilizations on thousands of Native American women, often without their knowledge or consent.
Were they told, for instance, that it was reversible when it was not, or things like that? I mean, were they misled?
One instance, the girl was definitely told that later on she could have her tubes untied.
Lummi Nation members escaped the sterilization campaign, but it still hits close to home. For Terry Fasthorse, a construction manager on the reservation whose mother is Lummi and father was a member of the Rosebud Sioux tribe, it hits even closer.
My auntie, she was sterilized, forcibly by the government. She didn't know what she was getting into. Her sister went through the same thing. We were not recipients of what's called good medical care.
Is there anything that could convince you to take part in the vaccine trial?
Until I see where the data is going, I'm not going to go sit there and go divulge into research on something that might be messing with my life when I don't need to. I'm doing good.
Okay, are you ready for your shot?
Ready for my shot.
Okay.
The tribal government has also secured a limited supply of the approved Pfizer and Moderna vaccines.
Just relax your arm down.
But many Lummis, even those that are getting the vaccine, still aren't sold on it. What was the initial reaction to the vaccine coming and the vaccine trials?
Scary. At first, I wasn't going to do it. I was hesitant.
Where do you think that comes from?
It has to be cultural. I'm coming here to heal these heathen savages, and seeing us as not a person and seeing people as not a whole, when my culture and my community is amazing.
But the reservation does have its vaccine activists. Elders Danita Washington and Juanita Jefferson have been trying to dispel skepticism.
The auntie who used to be in charge, and when she told people what's what, they did it. That was the old culture. She knew best, and they did it. We are going through a very stressful cultural conflict. And with that, we're trying to, at the same time, teach, inform, and educate our people.
How do you, from your experience, place this moment in time within what you've seen in the past?
This past year, when this vaccine came up, that was the first thing our people thought of, is we're being guinea pigs again. And they're very, very stubborn, very staunch, protective people. So that's what's taken a long time, is to help overcome that And we are overcoming it.
And I encourage all of our relatives to please try to come to that place and to trust for your own selves. Ask if you don't take it, what could happen. It's the right thing to do for now.
We are focusing on helping our people stay alive.
So far, nearly 60 tribal members have signed up for the vaccine trial here. Novavax says it's absolutely confident it will exceed its goal for Native American representation in its trials nationwide.
By having this Novavax vaccine trial, it's just another option. Just having it available, even if only 5 people decide to participate. My goal was just to make sure Lummis have options, to make sure that when all is said and done, Lummi did their part with the coronavirus.
And it's worrisome that we have to worry about how close we're sitting. That's extreme. That's pretty extreme. So I don't know what it's going to take.
We understood that this disease is very transmittable, that it's very dangerous, and we took heed like the rest of America did. But we're reaching a year now, and it's hitting us really hard that this cultural way of life has been completely stopped, changed. And one of the worst ones is preventing us from being together during ceremonial times. We have been stopped from attending funerals. Unheard of. I don't have any idea if we have ever stopped going to our funerals.
With the way things have changed during COVID and the inability to meet together, how have you found ways to continue to keep those bonds strong together while needing to stay a little bit at a distance?
The blessing to it is it's helping to encourage us as traditional people. You have to come within and spend time to be with their families, to tell a story, to share a meal.
I'm a child of World War II, and I'm thinking, how can the children of today really, manage to cope with this change in our life? And we just are so concerned about our grandchildren.
We were all given the responsibility to caretake this, all of this Mother Earth, and we've abused it. Now we find ourselves in this place with COVID. It's a big wake-up call in my book.